This conference will now be recorded.
I'll follow. We'll see about navigational commands. Navigational commands. Now see the same thing. See, we are launching the application using get command. We are launching the application using get command. So there is another way to launch the application. It's not only for launching the application, there are different options also available in the navigation. So first is open the application. So how to open the application? So driver.navigate driver.navigate.to driver.navigate.to. So using navigation, we can also launch the application. http google.com. Next, click on Gmail link. Click on Gmail link. Sorry. Click on Gmail link. So what I'll do, I'll use link text driver dot find element by dot link text. Here I'll use Gmail dot click. Click on Gmail link. Next, I'll wait for 2 seconds. Use thread dot sleep. Just to throw declaration. Next, click on back button of the browser. The other options in the navigation is like on the browser, there is back button, forward button, refresh. So this kind of actions also you can perform it using navigation. See, on the browser, there is back button. On the browser, there is a back button, forward button, a refresh. So this kind of actions also we can perform it based on the navigation. Okay, so driver dot navigate dot, then there is a back button. Okay, I'll use some 5 seconds to clearly see the action. Next, driver.navigate dot, there is a forward. So which one? This is clicking on forward button of the browser. Next, I'll refresh the screen. Refresh the screen. So driver.navigate dot refresh. Driver.navigate dot refresh. Okay, then wait for close application. Driver dot close. The simple scenario. Okay, just a second. Actually, my browser is upgraded. Copy and where is Kusma? Here, I'll try to use it. Right. See, in the navigational, we have different kind of methods. So using those methods, we can perform browser related actions like back button, forward button, refresh, open the application. So this kind of actions we can also perform it. Normally, to open the application, we are using get command, but using navigation, and there is a method called to. Inside that, you can perform the, you can provide the URL of the application, and you can click on the back button, you can click on the forward, you can click on the refresh. So such kind of actions also you can perform on the browser using navigation. So let us check. Right click, run as Java application. This is the Gmail. After 5 seconds, it is going to click on the back button. Now it will click on the forward button. It will refresh the screen and then close the screen. Perfect. So there is another way to launch the application, but nobody is going to use that way to launch the application. So in the same navigation only. So how to launch it is driver.navigate.to dot, and there is another way you have to write is new URL and http google.com. So this is another way to launch the application. The new URL, which is java.net, and throw declaration. So this is another way to launch the application, but nobody is going to use this way to launch the application. But conceptually, they provided this way also. Right? Now the question is, which one is recommended? Get is recommended or navigate.to is recommended? To open the application, get is recommended or navigate.to is recommended? The answer is get is recommended. Why? See, if you are using get command, so it will wait till the total page gets completely loaded. Once the page completely loaded, then only it is going to execute next instruction. But if you take like a 2, it's just trying to open the web page. After once it is a start loading the application, it will not wait till the total page gets loaded. And immediately it is going to start executing the next instruction. But whereas if you take like a get, so it will try to open the application, and till the application is completely loaded, then only it is going to start performing the action next instruction. Okay, so that is the difference between that is the difference between get and navigate.to. Okay, yeah, any doubts? Right. Next, my next scenario is, okay, in this page I have n number of links are there. In this page I have n number of links. I want to find out the number of links which are all existing in this page, and then I want to display the link names. So this is my scenario, and while finding this scenario, while try to develop this scenario, we will see some of the scenarios also along with these 2 points. Right. Right click on new class, all links, all links. All links. http google.com. Wait for 5 seconds. Thread.sleep. Close application. Driver.close. And through declaration. Right. Now the scenario is I want to find out number of links. That means number of elements. You are not working with a single web element. You are working with multiple web elements. So when you want to find out number of links, for all the links, what is the common property? So how will you say that whether it is a link or not? Right click and inspect. The tag name for the link is A. A means anchor tag. So for images, this is also link. The tag name is A. Advertising, A. Business, A. So for each and every link, the tag name is A, but remaining attributes are going to vary. So now in this case, when I want to find out the number of links, for all the links, the common property is the tag name. So using tag name, I'm going to find out the number of links. Number of links. Driver dot find elements. In this case, we are using find elements by dot tag name. By dot tag name. So what is the tag name? A. Now see. Find elements, what it returns? It is returning list of web element. Programmatically, it returns list of web element. So let's say I'm giving the name as all links. The list is provided by different packages, but we need to import Java util package. We need to import Java util package. We need to import Java util package. Import this web element. Okay. So the number of links. The number of links. The number of links. The number of links is, what is my list name? List name is all underscore links. Sorry, all links. Dot. There is a method called size. See, using size, you can find out the number of elements in the list. In the last class, I explained when we are using arrays, in the array, if you want to find out, there we are using array name dot length. So here we are working with the list. The list is coming under collections concept. Under collections, If you want to find out the number of elements, we are going to use size method. We are going to use size method. We are going to use size method. So using this size, we can find out the number of elements under the list. Okay, so let us find out how many number of links are there. Run as Java application. So totally in this web page, you have 27 links are there. In this web page, you have 27 links are there in this web page. So let us get one by one. So displaying link names. Displaying link names. See, here it is the list concept. So we can use for each concept to retrieve one by one. So for each, for syntax is what? For the data type. Okay, we are working with the list. List of what type it is? It's a web element type. So the data type is web element. And use reference variable or use some variable name. So here I am providing the variable name as link. Here you are using the variable name is link. And then my list name is all underscore links. My list name is all underscore links. So this is the syntax for data type variable colon. Just a second.
This conference will now be recorded.
So as per the syntax, for variable name, sorry, data type variable name colon arrays or collections. So here we are working with the list. The list is coming under collections. So here the list name is all underscore links. Now I am printing each and every link. The link is what type? It is a web element type. Right click, run as Java application. Now see, your expectation is like Gmail, images, advertising, business, about, how search works. Like this you want to see. Now see, But here, instead of that, you are getting the information like this. Internally, each and every web element is storing like this. Now here, what you are doing, you are trying to find out the links. The link is what? It is a web element. But actually, you supposed to get element text. That means a link text, you should get it. If you want to get the text of the web element, there is a method called get text. There is a method called get text. So link dot, there is a method called get text. So link is of what type? Web element. To get the text of the web element, get text. Get text, what it returns? It returns string. So let's say I stored in the variable called link name. Get text, which is using to get the text of the web element. Link. So get text is the method which is using to get the text of the web element. Right click, run as Java application. Now see, here we are getting advertising, business, about, Gmail, images, sign in, all these things and all you are getting it. So this is the way you are expecting the output. So why this question mark symbols are showing? The reason is, see, the Google application which is using Hindi, Telugu, Marathi, Kannada, all these languages, all these language fonts, it is using it. Okay. But we are developing the programming using Eclipse. Right now, the Eclipse is not supporting those native fonts, the Telugu, Hindi, Marathi, Kannada. So these fonts are not directly supporting by the Eclipse. So that's why instead of getting the output with this format, you are getting the question mark symbols. Since Eclipse is not supporting those fonts, instead of showing the output in this format, you are getting the output in the with the question mark symbols. Now the second, now why it is showing empty spaces? Why it is showing empty spaces? Yeah, why it is showing empty spaces? Yeah, so that may be the one of the reason. Empty text. See, definitely if it is a link is there, but if the link name, if it is empty, then it will display empty text only. So that means empty space only. So let us check one by one. See, There are two reasons. What is the first reason? First, basically, you should understand one basic point. Selenium is going to handle the elements if elements are visible on the page. If Selenium is going to handle the elements only if the elements are visible, that means if it is displayed on the page, then only Selenium is going to handle it. This is the first point. Selenium is going to handle the elements only if the elements are displaying on the web page. Selenium is handling the elements only if elements are displaying on the page. Selenium is handling the elements only if elements are displaying, are visible on the page. So this is the basic fundamental. Now, why it is showing empty space? First reason, if elements are there in the page, but those elements might be empty, those elements might be invisible. That means hidden. First reason is elements might be hidden or invisible. This is the first reason. Let us check this condition also. If elements are hidden, definitely you will get empty space only. The second reason, element text might be empty. Element text might be empty. So this is the second reason. So let us check one by one. Right. If link, because my web element link, whether link is displaying or not. So to check whether element is displaying or not, there is a method called isDisplay. Whether element is displaying or not, to check that, we are using a method called isDisplay. Check whether element is displaying or not. So for that, we are going to use isDisplay method. So if element is displaying, whatever the elements are displaying, those elements only we are trying to print it. So whatever the elements which are all visible, those elements only you are printing it. See, is displayed, it will return true only if the elements are visible, else return false. So here what you're doing, before printing each and every link name, just checking whether element is displaying or not. Right click, run as Java application. Now see, before there is a huge space. Now the space is gone, except this space. That means whatever those elements are, whatever the space is coming, that space is coming because of elements are hidden. So we checked the condition whether elements are displaying or not. So using is displayed, we are checking only if the elements are visible or not. So whatever the elements are visible, those elements only we are trying to print it. So this is the information about the elements which are all visible on the web page. We eliminated the elements which are all hidden. But still it is showing empty space. It might be the second reason. Second reason in the sense empty text. Element is there, that means element is which is visible on the web page, but it is unable to get the text. Why? Because element text might be empty. So let us check that. So if element is displaying, we are printing. So now again I'll write another condition, checking element text is empty or not. So here I'll write if. Now see, here each and every link text you are getting here. So what is my link name? Sorry, each and every link name you are getting. So this is your link name. Link name dot is empty. Link name dot is empty. So this condition, what it is doing, whether link name is empty or not, that is what we are checking it. But what we want, whatever the elements, those link names not equal to empty. If it is not equal to empty, then we can print it. If it is empty, you will get only empty space. So what we will do, just check the link name should not be empty. So here you have to put exclamatory mark. So this exclamatory mark is representing not equal to. So first we are checking whether element is displaying or not, and then after that there is another condition, whether link name is empty or not. So whatever the elements which is visible and the elements text is not empty, those link names you are printing here. Right click, run as Java application. Now see, that space also gone. That space also gone. So these are all the link names which are all visible and link text is not empty. These are all the 8 link names. So these are all the links. Okay. Any doubts?
No.
No.
How to get rid of the question marks that we are getting now?
There is no way. This is the Eclipse has to be support those fonts.
Okay.
Right. Now the next question. Generally, whenever I do the interview, I'll ask this question. So far, we retrieved all the links which are all present in the web page. Okay. I don't want all the links. I want only the specified links. I want only the specified links. Let's say in the bottom section, you are finding advertising, business, about, how search works, privacy, terms, settings, all these things and all, we are finding it. Right? So I want to retrieve only the footer section links. Let's say these links are present under footer section. That means bottom section. So I want to get only these links. So how to get it? So in this case, you are going to use find element and the find elements. Both the things you are going to use. How? See, all these links are present under some location. Let's say this bottom section. All these links are present under this bottom section. So what you are going to do is, first you are going to find out these links. First you are going to find out these links. So where you are going to find out these links? First, let's say these links are present under some bottom section. First you need to find out that bottom section. So to find out that bottom section, we are using find element. Under bottom section, you are trying to find out these links. So what will you do? Normally, when you want to find out the number of links, you are writing driver.find elements, right? But here you are retrieving the elements under a specified section. So when you want to do it, you already found the bottom section. So next step is bottom section dot find elements. By dot tag name is A. Why? Because for all the links, the common property is the tag name. So the tag name is A. So using the tag name under bottom section, you are going to find out. If you are writing driver.find elements, it is going to fetch all the elements which are all existing in the page. So if you want to find out the specified elements, first find out the bottom section. So you need to get the element information about this bottom section here. Once you get the web element, then you can find out inside the elements. Okay. So in this example, both the things you are going to use find element and a find elements. Do one thing. So take it as exercise. We will do it tomorrow. Okay. But try from your side.
Okay.
This conference will now be recorded.